Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video, we are still in Wilmington, North Carolina, and I'm going to be sharing a few clips from my vacation, and I'm also going to be sharing some shopping. You know, we got to get some shopping in wherever we go. And in today's video, we're going to be doing some thrifting. So if you'd like to see what we find out here in Wilmington today, keep watching. Now, I'm not big on breakfast, but I do like to go to some nice breakfast spots when I'm traveling. And so today I went to a place called Blueberry Grill. Now, I use TikTok a lot for when I travel for recommendations for places to go, things like that. And so TikTok brought me over here to the Blueberry Grill. And so I thought I would check it out. So it's still really early in the morning, so it's not very hot yet. And they've got fans going. They've got some trees out here in their little courtyard. So I decided to go ahead and eat outside. I ordered a Cajun seafood omelet and some hash browns and sourdough toast. That was before I heard about this recall now on the sourdough. I don't know if y'all heard that. But anyway, neither here nor there. That's what I had, and it was so good. This is not the only Blueberry Grill, because I know I've seen it at Myrtle Beach before or whatever. But it's really nice. It's a cute little place and everything, and I love the little outdoor courtyard. It is so nice to be out in the fresh air, even though it's, it's getting a little steamy a little bit, but it's still nice to be out and get some fresh air and just have the sun touch your skin a little bit. But make sure you have on your sunblock, because I definitely made sure I slathered it on this morning because this sun is hot. So after a really leisurely breakfast, it was time to head out to do some shopping. And the place that we're going was some place that I had never seen before, this concept, but it was really cute. And I had a really good time. I just wish it wasn't quite so hot because I couldn't enjoy it the way I wanted to, but I got to see it all. So here we are taking our little ride over here to this area. And this area is over near Carolina Beach, which is a short drive from Wrightsville Beach. So maybe 20-minute drive, something like that. And the drive was beautiful. I love beach towns. Okay, so we have arrived at the destination. It's called The Village, and it's a multi-vendor shopping area. It's got over 40 little houses out here. Each one are independent vendors. They're thrift stores. So each of these are independent thrift stores or vintage stores. Each one of them has different things, very unique. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and see where we're going to start, because I plan on hitting them all. So I'm going into the first store here, and I don't know what to expect in here. It's kind of overwhelming a little bit. But anyway, we come in here and we see that they have the little area set up really nicely with all of the vintage pieces here. I love these glass vases. I've seen these recently over, or some similar, at the thrift store at the Goodwill not too long ago, but I really love the retro look of those little glass vases. They really are nostalgic for me. They've got books, they've got wall art, they've got tabletop decor, just a little bit of everything in here. So it's so fun to walk through and just see what they have. Now, nothing is catching my eye at this one, so I don't want to spend a lot of time in each one because I've got a lot of ground to cover. So let's head on over to spot number 2. Now, my experience was that the better ones were further in. So as I continued through my little journey here, they got a lot better towards the end. The first couple ones that I went in, I'm thinking, I don't know if I even want to do this. I mean, they had nice things, and it was, nicely organized and everything. They had little fans in the little houses or whatever, but it was really hot, so that wasn't really helping a lot. But I've driven this far, so I'm going to try to stick it through. And I'm so glad I did, because that's when I began to see some of the better things later on in the video. But these little tabletop pieces are really cute. We are approaching fall, so it's nice to see that they have some little fall decor out, so seasons appropriate or whatever. So if you're in the market for that type of thing, I like that they have that type of thing set out. This is a beautiful chest here. It looks like it has been painted or whatever. It's really nice. I like the little gold accents on that. So here we have some ceiling lights and things like that. So just anything you can imagine you can possibly find in this place. Each of these little houses are very unique in their own way. And they just have so many different things to offer. So if you're looking for a country farmhouse type style, they had places that had a lot of decor like that. If you wanted more traditional, they had that. Just all types of pieces. Mid-century modern, This is a really pretty piece here. It's just very different tabletop decor piece or whatever. You just use it in the middle of a table, just as an accent piece or in a bookshelf. And y'all, I was off my game a little bit today because I didn't get the prices of everything. So I apologize for that. I was just trying to see all that I could see before I got too hot. So apologies again, but I did the best that I could in the moment. This is beautiful. I love that little piece. That would be perfect for the fall season. You could even use that right on into the Christmas season. I've always been more partial to the antique gold and brass effect, but I'm really loving the silvers and the chromes and things like that. And I am definitely not opposed to mixing metals. So if I happen upon the perfect chrome piece, mirrored piece or whatever, I would not be opposed to bringing it right in to fit right in with my current decor. That's a nice little mirror there. They just have a lot of different things in here, and it's all over the place. You really have to look high and low in here because they have things hanging from the ceilings, the lights and things like that, and then decor pieces hanging on the walls and just all types of things. So I love this little place. It's so cute. It's such a fun way to spend the day. Now, I'm not looking for anything in particular, but there are a couple things that I have like on my wish list. And if I happen upon them and they're just the perfect item, perfect price, perfect size in this case, because I'm traveling. So there's that. I would definitely consider it because I love the ideal of buying vintage pieces, thrifted pieces, things like that, just because that's where you're going to find your unique finds. You are not going to find anything unique at Home Goods, TJ Maxx, or any place where they mass produce things. Now, understood that some of the things in the thrift stores are from those stores, but you can find some things that are very, very different. And that's what I really like about thrifting. As I am editing this video, I am seeing so many things that I did not see in the moment in the store. That often happens. I also didn't pay a lot of attention to the little sitting areas because I knew that I wasn't going to be sitting out there, but they had such little cute little stations for you to sit and rest in between your shopping, which made it very nice. I need to plan a trip up here in the fall. It will be so pleasant once the temperatures are better. The lady told me on the last Saturday of every month they have sales and they have food and entertainment and things like that out there. So she was saying, be sure to come back, during that time because it's a really nice shopping experience. So I have to add that to my radar. I don't know what I was thinking coming up here in August, but here I am. But it's beautiful. It's still a beautiful day. Look at this little swing here they have if you want to just stop shopping and swing a little bit. Love that. These lamps here caught my eye. Not a fan of the shade, but look at the shape of that lamp. That is so, so pretty. I love the color of it and everything. Very nice. They were $39 each and they had a set of two. They will be so pretty in a living room. And I paint everything black, but I will probably leave those that color. I actually love that color. So let's see if there's anything else in here. Most of the things in here I was passing right by, but every now and then you would find that beautiful piece. So I had to take it really slow to make sure I didn't miss anything. And I kept glancing back over there at those lamps because I really fell in love with those. Whenever I come in places like this, I'm always looking for some original art that I like because this would be a good place to potentially find a piece at a good price. I would love to have an original oil painting or something like that. So always on the lookout for something in that category. As I was leaving, I looked down and I saw this little guitar and I thought my grandson would love that. He loves musical instruments and that would be so nice in his room. But we're heading out of here and going to yet another vendor. But as I was leaving out, I saw this little dried floral arrangement and caught my attention because I love the look of lotus pods and those dried things in the front. I don't like the little squiggly things in the back, so I'll remove those and put something else in there. But that's a nice little arrangement. So here we are in yet another little hut or house, and they had this little table here. This thing was so heavy. It caught my attention just because I figured it was just by looking at it. It was very, very sturdy. It was $129 for that piece. That's a nice little wooden piece with a metal base on it. And then I looked over here and saw some metal candlesticks here. The smaller ones were $20. I couldn't get the price on the taller ones, but, probably $25, $30 for those. Definitely can find those probably less expensive at Ross, maybe. I think I've seen them over there, but they were nice. Here's a nice piece of art or work here. See how it's kind of hidden back here? So you kind of have to look behind things, above things, below things to find all of the things in here. Because some of these houses have so much stuff in there. And I must say that each of the houses, well, I should say none of the houses had anyone working in them. So the lady at the first house that you go in, she was like responsible for the entire village today. So if you wanted to purchase anything, you had to take it to that first house to purchase it, which was quite interesting. I don't know how it is in your area, but in some of the Ross stores in my area, you go in, you purchase something at the register. You don't even go 6 feet. There's a security guard there as you're leaving out that wants to see the receipt. I think that is so sad, but that's the way it is at many of the Ross stores. Let me know below if you've seen that in your areas. Another thing that I'm noticing is that a lot of the home goods and home sense items are locked up. So you have to get an associate to come and unlock for certain things that they have in there. So it's a sad state that we're in, but that's what it is. This marble, not marble, but glass based lamp here, I recently purchased one like that at the Goodwill. I see that they are all around. I've seen them since then at different vintage stores as well, so they're pretty popular. Now, these are some really nice candle holders. They have a marble base, and then they have the brass. These are really pretty. They would be pretty on a fireplace hearth or a bookshelf, however you style them. Those are gorgeous. And you know I love burl wood, so when I saw this, I was so excited. This was such a nice little table here. I had no use for it, but it was in great condition and just as cute as it could be. It probably would be nice in a bedroom as a side table, a bedside table or something like that. Very cute. These are nice too. These would be really pretty on I guess they're candle holders as well. They just had a lot of really nice things. Now, this one was probably my favorite of all of the places that I went into. They just really had some very nice things, and I love the way that they had them displayed. Lots of neutral items. I guess that's what really attracted me to it, and a lot more modern pieces in this particular vendor's spot. Look at those cute little bunnies on there. Those are so cute. I don't know if they're bookends or just little tabletop decor pieces, but I thought they were adorable. That would be some nice little spring decor. And here's some more bunnies here with this little brass bowl in between. That would be really nice for a little spring party or something. Put some chips or something like that in the bowl. Very nice. And we have one more stop to check out. And in this place, I found a couple pieces here that I loved as well. Now, this piece here is very different from me, but I was attracted to it because I'm looking for not only an oversized credenza, but I'm looking for a nice oversized decorative piece to go on top of the credenza, and that would be the perfect thing for the fall season anyway. So they also had all types of tables. This one had more furniture and things like that to choose from. And so that made it even more interesting. They had the tables decorated with tablescapes and all of that. So it was very interesting to walk through here and take a look at what they had. Here's another piece that I fell in love with. This would be perfect for the fall, and it's larger in scale. Not as large as what I'm looking for, but I loved it. I loved this. This was $90 for this piece, which I thought was very high, very expensive for it, but I love that. That's so pretty. They had a lot of dried floral arrangements in here, just like we saw over at our house. For those of you that saw that our house store walkthrough that I did, we saw a lot of dried florals in there. We saw a lot of pampas grass, and this store had a lot of dried floral arrangements set up. Some of them I liked, some of them not so much, but it was just interesting to look at them and see how they had them arranged. Now, the price here would include the vessel that these are in, so you have to consider that. Do you use dried florals in your home? Comment below. Let me know what you think about the dried florals. Some of them I really, really like, and others I don't. But I'm warming to the ideal of maybe exploring creating one for myself. I think I would have to create it myself because there's certain florals that I'm not a fan of, so that way I can kind of put them together the way I like. This is a nice magnolia tree here. It was really tall, but it wasn't really full. It only had the leaves up or the, florals up at the top. But it was pretty. You know, that's one of my favorites there is Magnolia. Anyway, a lot of time has passed here. So now we're out and about riding around. It's almost the dinner hour. And of course, I checked out TikTok to see what's the best place to go for dinner. But look at this. We got stopped by a drawbridge. I am always fascinated by drawbridges. So don't like the fact that you get hung up in traffic and all of that, but it's just so fascinating to me how these things work. So after sitting here in the traffic, waiting for the bridge to go back down so that we could cross over, and then we were on our way to grab some food. Now, TikTok told me to go to this restaurant here. It's in Dakchin or something like that. It's a Thai restaurant, authentic Thai food. And it says the food is amazing and the atmosphere and environment is even better. So I had to check it out and see what it was all about. And it was very, very interesting. When you walk in, you felt like you had truly left the United States. It was very, very crowded in here, which was confirmation that the food must be good. And the grounds did not disappoint. I ordered some green curry with shrimp, some spring rolls. Will had the pepper steak. And after we were done dining, we had to get out to the grounds to check it out because TikTok said, don't miss the garden. So here we are out here and look at this. Is this not beautiful? It was the perfect place to get some beautiful pictures, video, vertical content, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're on. It just has so many photo opportunities out here. I could have stayed out here all day if it was about 20 degrees cooler. And this is going to conclude our time here in Wilmington. I hope you enjoyed today's video and this shop with me in the Village Thrift stores. If you did enjoy it, please don't leave without giving me a thumbs up. Also, if you're not currently subscribed, why don't you consider hitting that subscribe button? Over here, we do all things home decor. We thrift. We go to antique stores. We go to the high-end stores, low-end stores. You name it, we do it all as it relates to home decor. So if that's something that you enjoy, definitely hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell. That way you'll be notified each time I upload additional videos. And if you are a returning family member, I would like to thank you so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that I see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.
Trouble in your mind? Are you doing business to test me? I'm bad at handling this type of thing. Why I don't get it, you say it's a man thing. Babe, I wanna be around. I just wanna make your heart sing. You're not letting me get through to you. Yeah. If you let your guard down, baby, this is what